Click the link in my description to sign up for PrizePicks and use my code NBAGoober for a 100% deposit match up to $100. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sup, dude? Feast your eyes upon the second greatest free throw shooter in the history of the NBA, Steve Nash. Steve is one of the greatest point guards to ever lace him up. He is considered as such because the guy was an offensive genius. His playmaking ability was downright nasty. He was an extremely crafty passer and had a tight handle. His handle was so tight. This ability to find the open man and be the general of an offense earned him the 4th spot all time in assists. LeBron is very close to passing him though, so soon he'll be 5th. I used to think that was all Steve was, a great passer, because I started watching the NBA the year he retired, so I never really got to see him play. And over the years, all I heard about him was that he didn't deserve his 2 MVPs. I'll talk about that later in the video, so make sure to keep watching. After doing some research on this man, I've come to find out that he also had the ability to wet that bitch up from not only 3, but everywhere. Steve was insanely accurate from all areas on the court, earning a spot in the 50-40-90 club 4 times in his career, which is completely ridiculous. It's impressive if a guy makes it once, but 4 times? That's crazy. From 3-point range, Steve was deadly. During the 2000s, he was the most accurate from long distance at 43.5%. He had that pure white guy build, not very athletic, liked to pass, and was a great shooter. And I'm not talking schools. Although Steve was pretty big for a normal dude, 6'3", 178, that's a little guy for the NBA. Despite being a teeny tiny little boy, he had that dog in him. He was a gritty, tough little fucker who refused to back down. There are so many pictures of Steve floating around the internet where he looks like he just got his ass kicked. Dude could have gotten shot in the face during a game. He would put a band-aid over the bullet hole and check back in his 7 threes. He was simply just like that. Steve won back-to-back MVPs in 2005 and 2006, and many people believe he did not deserve one or the other, or both. His first MVP, he averaged an extremely unimpressive 15.5 points on a super impressive 50% from the field, 43% from 3, and 89% from the line. In addition to that, he dished out a league-leading 11.5 assists and took the Suns to 62 wins. The year prior, the Suns were ass and only won 29 games, so I think that should be taken into account, especially because Steve was their only major addition. The efficiency, assists, and team success are fantastic, but still, the 15.5 points is a bit questionable. Second place was Miami Shaq, who averaged 23 and 10 on 60% from the field and an absolutely incredible 46% from the free throw line. He helped the Heat win 59 games that year, but I don't think he deserved to win MVP over Steve. A lot of voters thought he did though. He was only 35 points short of winning. Third place was the 7-foot schnitzel Dirk Nowitzki, who received 0 first place votes. German Jesus put up 26 and 10 on 46% from the field and 40% from 3, leading the Mavs to 58 wins. He had a very impressive year, and some people may believe that he deserved to win it over Steve. In my opinion though, while Dirk scored a lot more buckets, I think Steve still deserved the MVP almost solely because he took a 29-win team and turned it into a 62-win team. That's a pretty f***ing valuable dude.
I hear people talk about me so much and I forget, I really am great. I'm just like you, but 10 times better.
If you disagree with me, make sure to leave hate comments below. Okay, now I have a question. If anyone would like to answer it, that'd be greatly appreciated. How come in 2005 the Mavs were 4th in the West with a record of 58 and 24, but the Supersonics were 3rd with a record of 52 and 30? That's a pretty large difference, and the Mavs clearly have a better record, so why weren't they 3rd? Anywho, in 2006, old Stevie Boy bumped his numbers up to 19 and 10.5 on 50-40-90 efficiency and got the Suns 54 wins without Amari Stoudemire. 19 points is still a tad low, but the 10.5 assists, crazy accuracy, and team success with that Amari definitely helped them out. The other 3 guys in the running were Bron, the 7-foot schnitzel, and Kobe. Hey, all respect to Kobe, but I don't think he deserved it that year because yeah, he averaged 35 points, but the Lakers were the 7th seed, just 8 games above 500, so hell no. Rest in peace though. LeBron led a shitty Cavs team to 50 wins, averaging 31, 7, and 7 on 48, 33, and 74 splits, while Dirk took the slightly better Mavericks to 60 games, averaging 27 and 9, and was super close to being in the 50-40-90 club. With all this being said, I think Dirk should have won MVP that year. It's glaringly obvious when you look at the numbers. The dudes who voted for MVP were definitely on drugs or had a gun pointed to their head. Let me know if you agree with me or not. If you don't, make sure to be ruthless. Call me an idiot, say I don't know shit about ball, and tell me to delete my YouTube channel.
Delete your YouTube channel. You don't know dick about bull. You don't know dick about shit, Cuba. You don't know dick about shit about bull. You don't know goddamn nothing. Delete your fucking channel, you fucking schmuck.
Although I believe Steve only deserved one of his MVPs, that doesn't mean I think he sucked. I still think he was amazing. He made it to 8 All-Star games, was the assist leader 5 times, was named All-NBA 7 times, and he got inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2018. Bro is an NBA legend. This NBA legendness of his earned him the head coaching position for the Nets back in 2020. I feel very bad for Steve for being thrown into that dumpster fire. But after 2 long years of drama, at the beginning of this season he was fired. Not long after the firing though, the Nets started winning, so who knows what the problem was. It may have been Steve, it may have been the Jew hater, it may have been, I don't know, Joe Harris. Speaking of the Nets, KD's played great so far this season, so click right there to watch the video I made about him. It's awesome. Thanks for watching. Bye, dude.